What's up, guys? The Iceman here, the man with the plan, the man with the wrestling news, the man that tries to inform everybody with some knowledge up here and knowledge worldwide from the World Wide Web, known as none other than the internet. All right, this wrestling video is just basically about a little bit of tidbit news that I've been picking up as of late. First, I'll touch on there's a lot of pressure on Daniel Bryan. People are feeling that uh, he may come back sooner than later because he's feeling the pressure of really not being involved in the thick of things, really um, wanting to get back, or also feeling the pressure of, the higher ups wanting him to come back. And we all know from things that have happened, in the past that, you get a lot of pressure put on you to really get back into that ring. And if you don't, then you pretty much know what's going to happen to you. But so Daniel Bryan's really feeling the pressure right now. And it's unfortunate that he is. If I were him, I would take the time that's definitely needed to recover, because if you come back too soon, you don't know what the repercussions of that could be. It could become more serious for you, and it could eventually, maybe, possibly even, make your career end quicker than what would be anticipated. We've seen such things happen. We saw the neck injury due to Stone Cold Steve Austin, which ended his career. We saw the injury as well to Edge, which ended his career. Neck injuries are very serious in the WWE because you don't realize that, this part of your body up, gets thrown back and forth because there's so much movement going on in the ring, and there's a lot of impact when you get hit by blows uh, that maybe aren't intentional, but they just do happen. So, Daniel Bryan, if I were you, I would take the time needed, and if you do get stripped of the belt, so be it. To me, which is worth more, you know, really coming back and becoming healthy, or coming back too soon and possibly, having more issues down the road that wouldn't have happened if you waited. So, some other wrestling news: Dolph Ziggler is talking about SummerSlam, and he said he would like to be involved in a match with Bad News Barrett. Now, I don't know whether WWE has plans for that or not. We have not seen Ziggler on a pay-per-view in quite some time. He sort of lost that energy, that push that he had like a year or so ago. And it really pretty much started after he had that concussion. And whether or not the WWE has just figured, well, we can't take a chance on him really getting hurt again, so maybe we have to keep him out of the major spotlight or not. We just have to wait and see on that. But I would definitely like to see Dolph Ziggler get back into the thick of things as well. A very, very good wrestler that is sort of like fallen by the wayside by the WWE. Rumors down the road: Alexander Rousseff and John Cena may be feuding. What do I think of that? Well, it seems like John Cena always gets stuck with big guys, big physical guys. We've seen it with Ryback. We've seen it with Mark Henry. We've seen it with The Big Show. Um, I don't really know that much about Rusev. I watch. Um, he's pretty darn good in the ring, but whether or not him and Cena will have the makeup and to where they correlate together, where they can end up having a good match or not, remains to be seen as well. I didn't think the Ryback and Cena matches were all that great. That's why they ended up with gimmick matches. But as far as wrestling goes, what really can both of those two do within the ring? It would have to be one of those battles once again where you probably have to have a gimmick match in order for John Cena to overcome or whatnot. And of course, I think the first time around, I really don't know what the outcome would be, but the WWE brings these guys in. They need to let them start off hot. I mean, Rusev is really not really facing anybody really majorly important right now, so he needs to face a big name and beat that big name. So, if that's the plan, all well and good. Cena taking the loss would be fine. A lot of people have been complaining about Cena in the Bray Wyatt situation. Cena won 2 out of 3, but I don't think Bray Wyatt lost any steam whatsoever because the matches they had were pretty darn good. And I think the last one they had at Payback was exceptional. And so Bray Wyatt losing that match didn't hurt him whatsoever. So, all right, moving along. The end of TNA last night. EC3 got busted open by the chain by Bully Ray. And obviously Bully Ray, Austin Aries, which in fact was great to see Austin Aries, Samoa Joe as well, and the champion Eric Young all were victorious. After the match, they showed a backstage segment where Lashley, Kenny King, and MVP were beating down on EC3. Dixie came back and she laid the smackdown on those guys, and she got into MVP's face and said this isn't over by a long shot, basically. So what is Dixie going to do? I'm sort of interested. I can't wait for next week to find out. This is the kind of things that I like about TNA, where when they end a show and you're sort of like wanting to find out a little more. And, they've been pretty good at doing that as of late. So it makes you, enticed about wanting to see the next show, which would be the go home show for Slammiversary, which would be on Sunday, June 15th. So there you have it. A little bit of wrestling news, a little bit of tidbits. A lot of people would take this news and make one video for each, topic. The Iceman likes to do it all in one. It makes, I think, for a better quality video, a more informative video. And it also, you don't get stuck on one topic. So there you have it, guys. The Iceman, the man with the plan, the man with the news, and the man with the knowledge. See y'all later. Peace out, everybody.